Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you all an update to my Utopia Yugioh deck profile for post-Duelist Advance. This is definitely the main focus of the Duelist Advance booster set. New Gagaga, Dododo, Zubababa support to work with the Utopic lineup that Yuma used in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal series, including our new go-to boss monster, number F0, Utopic Future Zexal. A really awesome Xyz monster that focuses on the same playstyle as the other Utopic future monsters. So with the lineup, we're going for the heavy Utopia lineup, along with the different Gagaga, Zubababa, and Dododo monsters that Yuma used in the series. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So we'll go ahead and start off with the new main deck monsters for the deck. Running 3 copies of the new Go Goblinberg. I think it's hilarious that you can see Go Golem on the back of the Goblinberg. I don't know if he's riding on the actual airplane or if he's just in like a giant defense fortress behind it. But when this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 non-warrior Go monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Then if this card's in attack position, change it to defense. Also for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except for Xyz monsters. And if this card is detached from an Xyz material to activate that monster's effect, you can add 1 Dododo monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect of Goblinberg Go once per turn, but the main setup here is obviously just to be able to grab a monster from your deck of all places and summon it onto the field, and just being a more powerful Goblinberg in that sense to set up your rank 4 Xyz plays. It's definitely 3 of because it's just a good starter overall to start off those plays. We're also running 3 copies of the new Dodo Warrior. I might have said a few more Dodos there, but you can send 1 Dododo monster from your deck to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. Its level becomes 4. Also, its attack becomes 1800. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except for Xyz monsters. If this card is detached from an Xyz material to activate that monster effect, you can add 1 Zubababa monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect of Dododo Warrior once per turn. So just being able to have this card set up more of a playstyle while also setting up some other cards in your graveyard by sending the needed Dododo monster. It helps for the overall consistency of being able to have that easy special summon from the hand, and then also the added search off of a Zubababa monster. And then we're also running 2 copies of Gagaga Gambara Knight. You can reveal 1 Gagaga monster in your extra deck, special summon this card from your hand. Then you can apply one of these effects, special summon 1 Gagaga monster from your hand, change the battle position of 1 monster in the field, and if this card is detached from an Xyz monster to activate that monster's effect, you can add 1 Go monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect of Gagaga Gambara Knight once per turn, but the real power just comes through the fact that you'll get all these different monster effects off of just detaching off of one of your Xyz monsters, and then being able to just reveal a Gagaga monster in your extra deck helps with the overall playstyle of special summoning out monsters for little to no resource. We're also running 2 copies of Utopic Onomatopoeia. With this card being always treated as a Zubababa, Gagago, Go, or Dododo card, it works very well with all the other cards we've mentioned before, being able to count as those names during your main phase, being able to special summon up to 1 of each, Zubababa, Gagaga, Go, and Dododo from your hand in defense, and you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except for Xyz monsters. You can only use this effect of Onomatopoeia once per turn, but just being able to have this card be that additional resource for our other monsters is why I also like to run this card. So it's always treated as those cards, we can use it as those resources needed for each and every one of them. And then for some of the one-ofs that we run as well, the 1 copy of Dododo Wharf Go Glove. Once again, counting for Dododo and Go monsters, being able to special summon a Zubababa or Gagaga monster from your hand off of this card, and also the added play style of the special summon in reverse for Zubababa Bancho, Gagaga Coat. Just 1 of targets for each of these, because once again, they're great targets to run with the other bigger 3 of numbers we run in the deck. The 1 ZS Ascended Sage as an easy special summon, and then being able to search out our needed rank up spell off of this card as well, being our hyper rank up magic Utopia Force with this monster. The 1 copy of Astral Utopia as an added special summon of Xyz monsters on the field, being able to special summon this card from your hand, and send 1 other card from your hand or field of the graveyard to add an Xyz, Onomat, Zexal, or number spell trap from your deck to your hand for that added search power. And then lastly, the 1 copy of the new Zubababa Knight. If it's normal summon or special summon, you can activate one of these effects. You can add a Zubababa monster from your deck to your hand, except for Zubababa by night. Or with this card, adding that monster, and then this card becomes that added monster's level. Or you can destroy level 4 or lower defense monster your opponent controls, and this card is detached from Xyz material to activate a monster effect. You can add a Gaga monster from your deck to your hand. So having all these search for the Gaga and added monsters, the biggest thing about these decks is just knowing which monster is which when it comes to the search for each and every one of them. And then the rest of the main deck monsters, just for the more competitive stance, we're running the hand trap lineup of 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Fuelos, and then the 2 Droll and Lockbird. Just find it to be the best hand traps to use currently in the current meta to work alongside our other monsters to at least have enough of an engine in our hand and then enough cards to respond against our opponent as well during their own turn. For the spells, we're running 3 copies of Onomatopyra. You can activate 1 Onomatopyra per turn. Send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to add up to 2 of those monsters from your deck to your hand. You can add 2 from the same category, Zubababa, Gagaga, Gogogo, or Dododo. So just being able to send a card from your hand to the graveyard can then in turn give you added resources for any particular monster you want off of this card, as long as they match that specific category that you are searching for. From just the send of 1, you can add both Gagaga, Gambara Knight, and Gogogo Goblinberg off of this 1 card. And 3 copies of Onomata Pickup. When this card's activated, you can add 1 Onomata card from your deck to your hand, except for Onomata Pickup. You can target 1 Zubababa, Gagaga, Gogogo, or Dodo monster you control. All monsters you currently control become that monster's level till the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. So while we don't need level adjustment as much as previous Gagaga and Utopia decks, just being able to use this card to search out Onomatopyra can just help to extend into the main plays we want to do with the deck. And then for the one-ofs for our spells, 1 copy of Double or Nothing, still one of the best Utopia big play finishers, being able to search it off of our go-to Xyz, Utopia Double as well. The rank up search, hyper rank up magic, Utopia Force, being able to target a rank 9 or lower Utopia Xyz monster you control, especially when rank 10 or higher Utopia or Utopia Xyz monster. We use this card to go into our bigger Xyz plays, including our number 99 Utopia Dragonair for that summon. The 1 XYZ change tactics for added draw power whenever a Utopia monster is Xyz summoned. And then for more of the generic spells, the 1 copy of Triple Tactics Talent, the 1 Call by the Grave, and the 1 Reinforcements of the Army, being able to search out and also restrict our opponent with each of these spells. For the traps, I run 1 copy of XYZ, Unbreakable XYZ Barrier, and the 1 Numbers Protection, just having counter traps for spell trap and monster effects, and then having 1 for just an Xyz option, being able to detach 2 materials from a monster and destroy it. You having 2 options to respond to our opponent with just counter traps makes it one of the better spell chain resources as well, on top of our other plays. And lastly, 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, just for, once again, another hand trap spot to run with our main deck monsters. For the extra deck, we're running 1 copy of our new boss monster, number F0, Utopic Future Zexal. This card's original rank is always treated as 1. It gains attack and defense equal to the combined ranks of all Xyz monsters you control, and in your opponent's graveyard times 500. Your opponent's monsters cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. Also, your opponent cannot target other monsters on the field with card effects, and once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect on the field, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, take control of 1 monster your opponent controls, and also for the rest of this turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Being able just to take your opponent's resource and just needing 2 Xyz monsters with the same rank on the field to be able to summon out this card makes it once again one of the better resources, along with the original Utopic monsters, which we still run in the deck as well, F0 and Utopic Draco Future, for those added overlays with these monsters as well. Being able to use these monsters and also being able to use them for the additional monster effect negation. The 1 additional play also with 2 copies of number 39 Utopia, since it just helps for a good variety of our plays to be able to summon out, and then being able to also special summon it on top of our Utopia Double after we add the Double or Nothing spell. The 1 Utopic Sage along with the 1 Utopia Prime, and also the 1 Utopia Rising for all the different rank 4 Utopia Xyz plays to be able to also go into. And then the 1 copy of Gaga Girl, being one of the newer Xyz monsters, along with the Utopic Future Zexal. to summon out. If this card has Zubababa, Gagaga, Gogogo, or Dodo as cards material, you can detach material from this card to add one Gagaga, Onomat, or Xyz card from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Gagaga Girl once per turn, and a Utopia Xyz monster that has this card's material gains the effect. If it's Xyz summoned, it can make a second attack during the battle phase this turn. So just added power to our Utopic Future Zexal if we use Gagaga Girl as that monster. And then also one Utopia the Lightning, the one Dragonair as mentioned before, and then the one number 38 Hope Harbinger for some of the bigger rank Xyz plays as well. And also the one Heroic Champion Magnum Excalibur for the added attack boost and equip power and Warrior Shuffle back that we can use in the deck. And lastly, one Sky Thunder Zeus to overlay on some of our additional monsters we may have on the field. And then as for some of the go-to plays in the deck, the search power that Onomatopoeia helps to use in the deck, searching out Onomatopyra, then just needing the one additional card in our hand to discard off of this card, can give us our search for the needed Gogogo and Goblinberg monsters to then be able to use, keeping the Onomatopoeia up on the field since it is a continuous spell as well. Having the level adjustment can come in handy depending on how we summon out the Dodo Warrior, but just being able to send a Dodo monster from your deck to the graveyard to special summon this card and make it a level 4 not only helps by giving us that monster as well for the special summon resource. So you can send off your Dodo Dwarf Go-Go Glove to the graveyard, summoning out your Dodo Warrior, normal summoning out your Go-Go Goblinberg, using this card to summon out the additional non-warrior Go-Go monster from your hand or deck as well for that summon, which once again the Onomatopoeia can count as that monster to summon out, switching the Goblinberg to defense. And then with this card being able to have the resource, if you control a Go-Go Dodo monster with the Dodo Dwarf in your graveyard, you can summon it onto the field as well. And since the Dodo Warrior is level 4, you can overlay each one respectively into the needed Xyz monster. So with the first search, you can go for your Gaga Girl, you can go for the Utopia play with the other one as well, having your searches for both of these cards with their detached to grab the respected material as well from each one, and then you will be able to special summon out the Utopia from your Utopia double onto the field. So from each one you also got your Onomato search and the double or nothing for the Gagaga cards or the Xyz cards depending on which one you wanted to go for. So each respected card added as well. Then you can overlay the two together into your new boss monster Utopic Future Zexal, having the effect of Gaga Girl to then have this card be able to attack twice during this turn as well. Definitely a going second deck with the attack premise on the board, but I hope you all enjoyed the video, and as always, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.